spend a lot of my time in VR shooters. Some might say too much. And one thing I've noticed across all the VR games I play is that people really suck at VR PvP. It's really bad. No matter how much time they spend, they can't seem to get any better. So I thought I'd post a video sharing all the tips and tricks and little personal things I do to be not the worst player in the world. I'm not saying I'm super good, but you know, I'm alright. I can go into most PvP lobbies and dominate pretty consistently. So I've broken it down into 4 pillars of VR PvP. So I'm going to be starting off with some basic movement and positioning. Okay, just talk about angles, breakdown, circling, all that stuff. Then I'll go into aim. Okay, give you some drills to work on your aim and some little tips and tricks on like how to hold your controllers, different aiming techniques, all that kind of stuff. Then I'll go into settings and all the settings I use, what I would recommend for different play styles, if you need a gun stock or not, motion smoothing, virtual stock, all that kind of stuff. Then the last one is really important, and a lot of players miss it, is mindset. Okay, so I'll be talking about that a lot. Then I have some extra tips for the end. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Alright, so we are starting off in Breachers to talk about movement and positioning, and we're going to be starting with angles. I'm going to peek this door, and I know someone's right here. Right on this angle. This is a very common angle in Breachers you play it. So I'm not going to just peek like this, because look how much of my body has to be exposed from their point of view just for me to see them. Alright, so but if I take all the way back, and I peek from as far back as I can show a very little bit of my body while still being able to see and shoot them. This is just basic angles. I'll put up a little example up here on the screen. Yeah, there you go. Absorb it, absorb it. So the further away you can get away from cover, the better. Obviously, you're going to be exposed from other angles. Alright, so from all the way back here, I can get shot from over there, or like down here, whatever. As if I'm like right here, I can just up close. You want to clear it while using the angles that I just taught you. So as far back as you can, you want to start cutting the pizza, right? You just want to start slowly looking around the room. So I'm going to clear here, try and clear as far to the right as I can without poking in. Right, looks clear. Right, I'm just going to keep clearing, and I'm going to keep tugging back into cover, because I want to tuck out, I want to jump out so I can kind of see the room and tuck back in before anyone has the reaction time to shoot me. So I'm going to keep doing this, jiggle peek, jiggle peek, jiggle peek, jiggle peek, jiggle peek, jiggle peek, until I'm all the way to the other side of the room. Then I can further clear my corners, whatever side I have cover on. Clear the other corner. Bang, now safely enter the room. Keep your next is peeker's advantage, okay? This is basically just, if I'm peeking somewhere, I'm gonna peek it close, I know someone's over there, and I'm the one who moves to shoot. So if someone's holding an angle, right? So I'm back here, I'm holding an angle. I know someone's gonna walk across here, I don't know when. Peeker's advantage is basically that I know when I'm gonna see someone. I don't know where I'm gonna see them unless I jiggle peek, then peek, which I still have the advantage there. Basically, I know when I have to shoot, so I can pre-fire it. I just know when I have to shoot, but if I'm holding an angle, then I know I'm gonna have to shoot, I just don't know when. So the advantage normally goes to the peeker, and in most games, ping difference goes to the peeker anyway. So it's kind of a double advantage there. So I was gonna be peeking. So even if I'm holding stuff, if I'm holding like right there, I know someone's gonna walk through there, I would keep jiggling like this every now and then, right? Just kind of keep moving. Don't give them the full flat out advantage here. Okay, now clearing doorways quick and effective if you really need to do it quickly. If you have your gun up, you're going to be moving a lot slower than you have it down, obviously, in pretty much every game. So if you want to run quickly, you're going to have to have your gun down, which is not great for clearing corners. But if you have your gun up and you slide, so if you have a gun down, slide, you go the same speed. Same with if you jump, you're going the same speed. So if you can slide and jump, or slide or jump, to clear rooms quick. So what you can do is you can run straight forward, get a little bit of intel in the room, and you have to turn in real life or with your joystick backwards the other way, come back, get a little bit more of the room, turn your head again, come back, get a little bit more of the room, turn your head again. This is used a lot in breachers. You'll see people do it all the time, and you gotta obviously move your thumbstick with it. Because you're moving as fast as you can out, and then you're moving as fast as you can back. So if you move side to side, it's gonna be slower. You see that kind of stuff. But if you just turn and your thumbstick's moving one way the whole time, the time it takes to go out and back, it's gonna be an inhuman reaction time for someone to hit you in this little blip, right? But you can still get all the info that you would be getting if you're going if you're jiggle peeking the room. Now, if you can't, you're playing Pavlov or breachers. You should also note that you move slower side to side than you do straight. So if I'm moving side, change it, go straight, I go a lot quicker. So how I clear rooms is you have your gun down, right? You still have it at the ready so you can quickly draw on target, which I'll talk about in a minute. Go down to talk about CQB movement and just trying to get your head out of the line of sights. Now, I chose this game because you can jump, you can slide, you can crouch, obviously. You basically every movement thing that you can imagine. Like you don't have to be in games like Showdown or Veil to practice movement. You can do it in Pavlov, you can do it in breachers. Pavlov, you can't even crouch, right? You can crouch in real life. But the basic stuff still matters, right? Just the basic idea of it. So you don't want your head to be in the same spot for too long. So obviously if you have jumping and crouching, that makes it a lot easier because you can go up and down and side to side still. But even if you don't, you can still go side to side. You can move your head in real life, kind of like you're dodging punches. Side, side, up, down. Just try and get out of the line of sight. He was on me. Got him. Okay, we've covered movement and positioning and all that cool fun stuff. Now it's time to talk about aim, which is extremely important to win gunfights. Obviously, you got to hit your shots to drop the other person. I want to talk about how you actually hold your controllers, kind of aiming techniques. Then I'll get into drills and all that fun stuff, everything you can do to work on. Firstly, how you hold your controllers. Now, obviously, you want a nice firm grip on them. You don't want them slipping out everywhere. If you have one of those like straps that goes across the back of your hand, if it's comfortable, use it. I don't find them comfortable. I have some. I don't use them. So all these techniques are for no gun stock / virtual stock. They apply for both, so it doesn't really matter. If you're full like freehand with like no virtual stock or use virtual stock, these will still apply. If you use a gun stock, just calibrate your gun stock properly. You'll be fine. You don't need to use these techniques. All right, the first technique. This works better on Quest 2 or Quest Pro, not so much Quest 3, or like probably mix or whatever. Controllers that have better tracking than this. So that you hold your primary, how you hold your secondary. So when you hold your controller close to this, see how my right hand was kind of sliding around there? That's because I lose track. So I'm moving both my hands right now. But you kind of hold your primary like how you hold your secondary. So in the game, my hands are like this, but in real life, my hands are like this. Right, so you can hold these all the way out in like a pistol. It doesn't really matter. Some people find it more comfortable. It's quick. It's stable. You can move your gun around really quickly. Bang, 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 bang. I don't like it because I lose tracking. Next, kind of in the same vein, also used a lot in breachers and Veil and stuff like that, or just close quarters in general. So you just hold both your arms straight out like this. This is just for virtual stock, obviously, unless you want to hold it like this, pressed against your forearm, which is another technique. Both arms straight out. You can kind of see like that. Both my hands are like this in real life. Again, quick, easy to move, not super stable. So I get as stable as I can here. Okay, next, I kind of talked about it briefly there. You take your dominant hand, whatever you're holding whatever your trigger hand is, and you press it against your forearm. If you're right eye dominant, but left hand dominant, or vice versa, this is a great technique to use because you can just press it against your forearm. It's super stable. Kind of stable. And it's great for close quarters. It's quick. It's really great if you find it comfortable. That's an awesome technique to use. Next, some more normal techniques. Your trigger hand pressed against either your chest, your chin, or like by your cheek here. Right? So whatever you feel comfortable. And you kind of find somewhere that feels comfortable here. So some people find it all their hand all the way locked out comfortable. So at their cheek, and then they have their hand all the way locked out like this. That's really stable. Good for sniping. Also good for close range because this hand, like this out hand, controls everything, so you can get pretty accurate in close quarters combat. I find somewhere in the middle to be comfortable, like right about here. Right. Some people find really close together where they're just all shrugged up, really close together to be comfortable. So for me personally, I dig my wrist into my chest here, about medium. So my hands are just like this. Experiment with it, figure out what's comfortable, practice with it, all that good stuff. Once you find a grip that's comfortable for you, I wouldn't go around switching techniques just because you're missing shots that day. Muscle memory builds when there's consistency, repeatability, obviously, right? So if you have muscle memory with one technique, and you switch, you're gonna have to build that muscle memory all over with again. Now at a certain point, you'll get good at just PvP in general, and you'll get a feel for it. You can switch through techniques and you'll be okay with all of them, and then you have one that you're good with. But for now, just pick one that you feel comfortable with, practice it, drill it, all that good stuff. Yep. How long, punk? Alright, drawing on target. Now, this is a super important skill drill. You'll get better as you play. And it's a great pair with movement. I don't know if you saw there, just out of instinct, as soon as I drill on target, I kind of crouch there. So if I'm getting locked up on, I just crouch or jump or whatever I do in that game. Or I don't stop moving and just try and shoot. It's kind of this muscle memory thing. You'll get used to it. I can't not do it now. It's just engraved into my fingers. But some tips for drawing on target I have. If you're struggling with it and you keep missing high, you keep shooting over their head. If you get jumpy, like you're like, you keep shooting high. I would recommend holding your gun in a rest position differently than you are right now. So you're probably holding it, at least for me, if I hold my gun like this, I'm resting pretty much like this, and I'll just pull up like that. But what you might want to do is hold your hands over top of each other like this. So it still looks like you can still sprint and stuff like that. All good. Jump, slide. But my hands in real life are over top of each other. Basically what that does is when I'm ready to shoot, instead of bringing this hand up or whatever, I push this hand out. So that's going to mitigate missing up because I'm pushing out instead of pulling up. So if I'm just holding it over top of each other and I push out, everything's going forward. So there's no chance of me missing up. I'm just going forward and I can shoot. Alright, next tip for drawing on target is just to drill it. Okay. So what you can do is you can go into, if there's like a casual, not ranked game mode in your game of choice, go into there and just take the sight off and don't rely on the sight ever. Oh, that's when I'm like somewhere. Wow, cool. Just take the sight off and don't rely on the sight. Just kind of do instincts. Or if you have a gun range, just have your gun at rest and then just keep drawing on target. Do it quick like this. It's gonna be tough, obviously.
Okay, for target switching, there's not much I can really say here other than just to drill it. You want to drill it standing still and also while you're moving. So you'll see me move around here in a second. Most, if not all, VR shooters have a gun range where you can just practice target switching like this against stationary targets. So just get in there, drill it. Tracking. Now, tracking targets is a super important skill. You can kind of see me drilling it here, and there's not much I can say other than drilling it. Make sure if it's a game like Exo Zone or Contractor Showdown, Battle Royale mode, you drill the like a zoom scope and a close range optic, and you do both from far range and then close range. Close range, obviously, targets can be moving more from your perspective. Now, you kind of see me doing it here. You're supposed to keep your crosshair slightly in front of the direction your opponent's going.
Got him. Alright, for settings, I'll keep this really simple. I'm not even gonna go in settings. I use virtual stock, the lowest possible level of motion smoothing if I even use it. So some of the long range games that they have for motion smoothing, I might put it on 1 or 2. But I don't really, like, you don't need it at all. I'd rather you get on target as fast as possible than be a little bit more stable. I don't use a gun stock. I have one. I don't find it comfortable or beneficial. I think the skill ceiling is higher with freehanding, personally. So I like to freehand. I think I'm better at freehanding. You might not be. I don't think it's worth investing if you have to like save up a bunch of money. It could be. I don't personally like them. I don't think they're for everyone. I don't think they're going to make your aim 1,000 times better. I think they are very helpful for a certain play style. That's about all the settings I use. I turn on auto sprint so I don't wreck my controllers. Yeah, that's about it.
Mindset, probably the most important aspect of VR shooters if you want to actually improve, get better, and actually have a fun time. Okay? Very, very important. You can't dwell on your mistakes here. So if you are just in a losing streak or you die, you have a bad death, you can't beat yourself up and be like, man, I freaking suck. You gotta shift your mindset to start thinking what you can learn from it. So if you die to like because you swung wide out in the open and you got headshot, you got head tapped, learn from that. Be like, okay, maybe I need more cover, maybe I need to take a wider angle, right? And recording your video or like recording your gameplay can also really help with this because you can watch back, see exactly what you did wrong, put it in slow motion, whatever. Very important to stay positive, especially in team games like Breachers, right? You don't want to bring your whole team down, don't want to bring the morale down. And staying calm and confident is also very important. You don't want to be cocky, right? You don't want to be like, oh yeah, there's no chance I'm losing this gunfight. But you also want to be thinking, there's something I can do to win this gunfight, right? There's always something you can do to win. There's never a situation where there's no hope in a gunfight. So stay positive, stay calm, stay relaxed, hit your shots. Thank you guys for watching till the end. It means a lot. Hope you liked the video.